Well, hello. Nice to say hello to you again. Happy New Year. Happy holidays, Christmas, or whatever you celebrate with your family, loved ones, and friends. I haven't done any other video in the past two months or so because I was waiting to see what else I had that had something solid to tell you, and now I want to go ahead and share this with you. First of all, thanks to all those people who bought my book, Pasión de Vida. I'm already almost done translating it into English, Passion of Life. And it's going to look a little bit different. I'll show it to you, the cover of what I have a little later. But now I wanted to share with you something that many of you have asked me in my coaching sessions, and what I'm doing for next year. What's that next step that I'm taking the next year. And so I want to share with you something that I put together and that I shared already in one of my workshops in person. So I want to go ahead and just put it all together here. I want to go ahead and share the screen. Oh, again, it's a pleasure. It's Laura Sanchez-Ramirez, and I'm happy to have you and as part of my group, as part of my social media, and as part of me, because it is with that intensity and with that love and with that passion and with that looking forward to what am I working for, who am I going to be sharing this for, which is you guys, that I am able to complete all this. So thank you so much. So let me see. I'm going to go ahead now and try to share the screen with you so that you can go directly into what I want to show you, which is how to put together your vision board, so that you have specific ideas on what you are going to be doing, what you're going to be doing next year. So let me see. Here we go. Okay, here, share. Okay, good. Okay, I'm already sharing my screen here, and I'm going to open here vision board, one of my presentations here. Oh, good. Directly into the beginning. So um get together, get about an hour or so, or break it in different times. I rather just do everything at once and then take some notes, take your calendar, like I have a calendar here, so take your calendar, or just put it on your phones. You can also put it on your phone notes, um so that you, or just take a notebook. I love my notebooks, so I wanted to share. My notebooks is just a black notebook of notes that I am, where I put together my ideas, and just take a notebook and write it down. Okay, so here we go. Let me start with the beginning with your vision board. Let me share. Let me see if I can do this. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to move my picture, which I'm seeing on this side, a little bit, and we're going to start. Okay. A vision board. Um, I have been listening about vision boards for years and for years. Let me just bring you, I forgot to bring you where I'm going to be doing it, where I'm going to be making it. So I have a closet back here and here. Yeah, I know I should have gotten this first, but anyways. Okay, so I don't know if you can see if this is covering. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is covering the, okay, here we go. You can see it. Okay, so take a big piece of cardboard, wide, preferably like this. Oh, it's really big. Okay, so this is like the side, and this will be the length, basically. So it's going to be about this big and about this big. Okay. So that you can start putting your notes, your pictures, and everything. So this is more or less how a vision board. I'm sure some of you have already seen it, but this is how a vision board looks like, and it is going to highlight the things that you want for the following year, in this case for 2023. Some people do it in the summer and what they want to accomplish from the summer to the end of the year, or some people just do it for a period of time, say for 2 years. So in 2 years I'm going to do this to accomplish this. So it's really up to you and how you want to do it. But the way I did mine is I worked with my coaching for Life Goals Academy concepts and ideas, and for my public speaking, and also with my podcast. And I joined all that together. Oh, I put those two things together: the coaching, the public speaking, the podcasting, and the conversations that I've had with people, and things that I've heard, things that I've listened, and things that I've learned myself throughout my career, to help me put this together. So vision board goals, be sure what are the goals that you want to have. So um this is more or less how one of your vision boards, like I said, can look like. It can have more words or more pictures. I like to make mine with more photos, but always focus on these aspects of your life, just like what you do when you're coaching, or when you're going through therapy, or when you're going putting together your life, or reconnecting, or adjusting pieces of your life. And you always have to look at these: family, as you see it here; education. You can take screenshots if you want, that's okay. Or you can just go ahead and write it down. So family, education, well-being, finances, dream job, travel places, faith, freedom, fitness, healthy eating, and friendship for now. Okay, that's what I got for now. So in one corner, I focus on my family. What do I want from my family? And let's just focus on what I did. Is I did the vision board for the next year. So everything that I'm going to do to accomplish and to deliver for myself and my loved ones, um, is in this vision board for the next 12 months. So, in terms of family, what do you want to see happening in your surroundings in terms of your family or with your family? If you are planning to have children, or if you are planning to get married, or if you are planning to take your parents to somewhere, or to, if you yourself, if you're planning to meet a cousin or a relative, or even a close friend, for, like I did 2 years ago, to do a pilgrimage in a certain country. What are those things that you have in your mind that for 2023 you're going to be doing in this area of family? What is it that you're going to contribute? Help someone buy a house, help someone sell a house and find another place. There's so many places, so many things. Adopt a child, or maybe get a dog, get a cat, get a bird. Let your imagination fly, let it go, or don't just focus on, oh, okay, family. Focus on what we have. So much as a family, we always have so much as a family, and we do so much, but we, in the end, we only focus on one thing. And always positive, always positive. And the next one would be education. I could be talking forever, like when I do in front of people in an audience, but here's a little bit shorter, so I have to remind myself. Okay, next. So the next one would be education. So with education for yourself. So for yourself, what do you want to do? Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to go back to checking what they have online in terms of specific programs that you're interested in, that you want to take, programs with no degrees or programs with a degree? Then what kind of degree do you need? Do you want to finish school, or do you want to go back and do a master's degree? Or if you have an associate degree, or you have no degree, maybe you want an associate or a bachelor, so you want to try for a master's degree. And how are you going to do that? Are you going to do that through the company that you work for right now that is going to help you? Are you going to do that through the funds that you have saved for that? Are you going to do that because you've always wanted to have a PhD, and this is the year where you're going to try to find out first half of the year, first quarter of the year, what to do, and then second quarter of the year, choose a school and see if it's possible, how much it is, what are the help that they give you, if they give you any, and then start September, etc. Or what do you want in terms of education? You want to learn something else. You want to get a certification in coaching, for example. You want to get a certification, or you want to do on a mastermind, which is what I'm doing right now. Between at the end of this year and beginning of next year, 2023, I'm going to complete my mastermind on public speaking with James Malinchak. So, yes, so what in terms of education do you have that will take you that step further? That education that you also, of something that you always wanted to learn, that will take you a step further to in your life. And then we have well-being. Okay, well-being, it's what do you want to focus on when it comes to well-being? Do you want to focus on a relationship? Do you want to focus well-being in terms of your body, your physical body? Do you want to focus in like exercise, etc.? Do you want to focus in terms of nutrition and eating healthier or eating better? Um, well-being in terms of where you are in the environment, where you are living. Are you happy? In terms of your happiness, in terms of your faith, are you happy with that? Or are you seeking something different to make you feel well? So that's another thing that you want to consider. So if you want to see yourself, for example, say going to church, you pick the church, whatever church you want. So maybe a picture of that church in there on the vision board. In terms of education, maybe a picture of that school, or of that mastermind teacher, or of that place where you want to be for to study more, or maybe that book that you want to study and read more. In terms of family, also put a picture of for family, and then maybe put a picture of all your family together, or put a picture of a baby, so if it's a baby, what you want to have, or put a picture of relatives that you haven't seen in a long time, and because you're thinking my plan for next year is to go see them, and put it there. So how am I mixing all this list with this board? That's how you're going to do it. Okay, something that will click right away, something that will remind you right away of this is what I wanted to do this year. So we have down family, education, well-being. We're going to move on to money. We're going to go move on to finances. We're going to move on to, okay, uh, without thinking of how we are right now, the government, things are going expensive, things are not possible anymore. No, just focus on what is possible for you at this time, with what you are doing and with what you will be doing, okay, in 2023. Do not let anything block you or stop you, and say, oh no, that I cannot do that. Take it a step at a time. Don't go, that I cannot do this, I can do it now. So if you can do this now in finances, what will it be? Maybe get a second job, maybe get one more client, maybe open a business, maybe close a business, right? And find a work with a friend, something different that will trigger that this finances area, I need to, this is what I want to see. So I'm going to start this year producing more money. I'm going to start this year organizing the money that I have. I'm going to start this year spending the money that I have. And I'm going to start this year using this money for a house, using this money for education, using this money to open a business, using this money for the children, for school, within finances. What are you going to do with it? And remember, don't use it all. Okay. If you have $1, use 50 or 25 or whatever you can, or 75 if you need to, but always leave something. If you have 1,000,000, if you have 1,000, if you have 500, always remember, let me be smart and use what I have to use immediately at the moment, but not all. Okay. And that is always the case, believe it or not. Okay. So moving on, we're going to go to dream job. And dream job is something else that people were thinking like, oh, my dream job. How about if we take away the word dream and we put just simply doing in life what we like to do? Okay. I put dream job there because a lot of people focus on dreaming, dreaming. Let's just dream that I have this wonderful job. Okay, but what about if you just, instead of seeing it as a dream, developing this idea of something exceptional for you? How about if you just say, okay, I am going to make 2023 the year that I am going to do this. And I'm going to work at this. I'm going to work with this person. I'm going to develop this idea. I'm going to present this concept. Okay. And something that will make you smile, something that will make you say, whoa, I am good at this. Okay. So maybe work with a nonprofit organization, and maybe work with entrepreneurs, and learn more on how you can be your own boss. Something related to what will make you grow this year a little bit more than this year that is passing now, a little bit even more than 2 years ago. Okay. Or maybe something that will tell you, okay, I've been stuck for the past year, 2 or 3. What do I have to do to release me from being from that place where I have been feeling stuck? What do I have to do? Why have, and that this has to do with coaching and analyzing a little bit. Why have I been feeling stuck? Why have I not been doing, or what have I been doing wrong or not properly? Okay. I don't like to use the word wrong, bad, none of that. It's only adjustments. This has not worked. How about if we go here? Okay. So what about travel places? What places have you in your mind that you always wanted to go? Um, Maybe you want to travel to a city or a place, a town where one of your relatives or good friends from college or from childhood, or friends that you met. Like I have met many good friends online, live. So many go there. What about if I have a friend that lives in Germany that I met online? I have and she's amazing and a wonderful writer. I met another friend from India, and she is, I feel like I have known her all my life. I have another friend from Arizona, here in the United States, that I finally met. And I'm so happy. And when I met her, it's like if I felt like she had been my friend all my life. I have other friends in Spain that I have met through my posts and my interviews with writers this past year, that I'm like, oh my God, like I people from Ecuador, people from different countries. So what place do you want to visit? Where do you want to go? Where would you like to go? And maybe, is it for vacation, or is it to develop something? Is it to learn about something? Is it to meet somebody in person? Why do you want to put this travel thing on your vision board? Okay, so we have finances, we have dream job, or the job where you're going to say this is not a job, this is just part of me, or travel places. So where La Torre Eiffel, or the Eiffel Tower, or someone in Spain, or somewhere else in India, or maybe in Latin America, or the Caribbean, or Canada. Where would you like to go? And so find a picture and put it there, okay, on your vision board. And then so now we're going to move on to faith and freedom. So we have faith. How have you been feeling in terms of faith lately? So that's a question that you want to ask when you are sitting alone, just with a cup of coffee or tea and enjoying it. Excuse me. Mm, delicious. Okay, so in terms of faith, you want to put the word faith on your vision board, and then below, what do you want to do? You want to put yourself maybe, praying, or you want to put maybe a picture of an angel, or maybe you want to put a picture of your Virgin Mary. This is the one that's always here with me on my desk. Or do you want to put a picture of whatever inspires you, that lives above you, that's always watching you? And so in terms of faith, what is it that you think, not what they have told you, but that you think that you need to help you with everything else that you're building on this vision board? Okay. Also freedom. How free do you feel? How free? And remember, freedom is not always someone who is being managed by a government, or or in a country where you cannot move, or with a family that doesn't let you do the things that you want to do. Freedom is inside, it's with you. A lot of times people see freedom as, oh, I'm not free because of this person, or because of that situation. But I'm not talking about that kind of freedom. I'm talking about the kind of freedom within. What is not making you feel completely free? What is missing? What do you think that you should start looking into or developing in 2023? Okay, that is the kind of freedom that I am talking about. So then we have the and how are you going to represent it on the vision board? Again, if you have no pictures, just put beautiful, the word freedom, free, inside, freedom within. Okay. Or maybe you need to say, I need to feel free to just take 2 hours, 2 hours for myself, and go walking along the beach, or around the mountains on the trail, or by the snow, or wherever you live. Okay, I need that freedom. So it comes from something so simple as that, as something more complicated as, okay, I need to feel free to take these steps in my life that would help me move forward. Okay, or I need to feel free to maybe just step in church, or just go and talk to someone who has more beliefs in other things, and have a conversation, heartfelt conversation about it. Or so it depends on how you see freedom, but for yourself, remember. Okay, then we have fitness. What about fitness? Fitness is something that we always think of at the end of the year, after we eat all the food, and after we are gathering in all these parties, and seeing food around, and having sweets and all these delicious things out there. Then we think, oh my god, I need to get on a diet, I need to lose weight, I need to. Okay, so how is your fitness going to look in 2023 without thinking that you need to lose weight because it's your fault, because you have been doing things that you were not supposed to be doing? How about if you just look at 2023 with thinking about fitness in terms of, this year I'm going to try, I don't know, I'm going to start yoga, or this year I'm going to start running, and see how it is. I'm going to take it easy. I'm not just going to do it, the first week of January and then that's it. I'm going to go gradually, even if it is once a week, the first week of January, the second week of January, but constant. Okay, whether starting yoga or maybe running. How about running? Let me see how the running clubs in my area are doing and see maybe I can be part of that. Or what about meditation? Okay, I've been listening about meditation, hearing about meditation all this time. What about if I try it and see how it is? So, what are some goals that you may put for yourself in terms of fitness that might make you feel that you are learning something, that you are approaching something new, that not that you're being blamed because you need to do it because you ate too much or because you've been eating too much for years or because you're fat no. How about if you look at fitness as something healthy, as a healthy word, not as people want to put it. Oh, let me get in shape because I need to get in shape. No, get in shape because there's things in life that you still need to try. And in the area of fitness, you still would like to try this. Let's see how that goes. And let me try this for the next 3 months. And I'm going to put it here on my vision board. Maybe me running, or maybe me just walking, or maybe me just jogging, or maybe me just doing, oh, let me just join this club here of women that are doing Pilates, or it's a combination of yoga and Pilates. Or what about this flamenco dance studio? That I just saw on Instagram. It looks interesting. Wow, flamenco. It's something that has always interested me. How about if I start a couple of classes and see how that feels? Okay. Or man, how about if, like, my husband, he bikes. So what about if I get myself a new bike and start biking and see how it feels to ride my bike for about an hour and see how that feels, you know or let me see how it feels to get into weights. Or I don't want to go to gyms anymore. What about if I just go to nature and walk my dog, and just walk around in the park? Okay, so see, what are the many things out there that are available that you want to tap into for 2023 in terms of fitness. Okay, and just put a picture in there of what that would be, that would look like. Okay, so in terms of healthy eating, the same thing. Okay, I have been working so hard that I have not really been able to eat healthy, or sometimes I don't eat at all. Or when I remember, it's already too late, and I just grab whatever I can. Or I've been eating something that, oh, my body is changing. Here you go, my midlifers. My body is changing, and I realized that what I used to eat before is not doing me well anymore. It's making me feel bad. I used to eat this and it was great, and now it's making me bloated, and it's just that something is not working. So how about if you decide to stop eating that for a while and try something else? Okay, how about if you try to drink more water? That could also be in the healthy eating. Drink water instead of coffee, instead of wine. Maybe too much coffee, too much wine, instead of too much tea also. Be careful. What about just water with maybe a sip of lemon, squeeze some lemon in the water, with some strawberries in the water, put cucumbers in the water. Whatever you like that will make you feel refreshed and like wanting to drink more water. Okay, so think about it, but without any blames, but with this concept in your mind that you are a student of life, and that every year you learn something new. And this is the year 2023 where you're going to try to learn maybe a different habit for your healthy for your health and for eating. And then the last one that we have here is your friendships. This one I have to breathe. because I have been listening to gurus and to wonderful speakers and to people like you and I that now have their own businesses in coaching and masterminds and all that, and how they say that, sadly, it depends on you surround yourself with, and to watch out who you call a friend. Um, so in terms of your friendships, for 2023, see who are those people that you can give all you have, and see who are those people that are always giving you all they have, regardless regardless of whether they're going to get something back, and in your case, regardless of whether you are going to get something back or not. When I do my coaching, when I do my public speaking, when I do my journalism or my writing, or even these presentations here, I am doing it because this is a topic that I love to talk about. And so I'm not thinking right now, okay, from these people that are going to be watching me, who are the ones that are going to give me something? Who are the ones that are going to buy my book? Who are the ones that are going to buy my programs, or to listen to one of my speeches, or to get to call me for coaching? It's like, no, I need to have my head clean and clear, so to be able to focus on this, to share this with you. And so these, what are the kinds of friendships that you want to be surrounded by, that you want people that you want to be with, that where you can share things, you can give, and they will give you without expecting that I'm going to give this because I want this back. So that is very important. Oh my gosh. Wow. So all of these things you're going to put put it on this vision board, so that you can I don't even know how to go to the next one now. Maybe like this. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is then my next question here. What exactly is a vision board? Okay, maybe I should have talked about this before, but I wanted you in the beginning to focus on the different areas that you can put on your vision board for 2023, and then understand what is a vision board. So a vision board, I have a plane passing by here, so you probably hear the noise. I don't know. So a vision board, this is another type of vision board that I put here just to give you another example. A vision representation of your goals. So yeah, it is a vision representation, a visual representation of your goals. What you want for 2023, what you would like to happen in 2023, but most importantly, what is going to happen in 2023. Okay, so it's very important that you remember that it's not just goals that you think, oh, I like for this to happen. No, things that you are capable of doing, and you are capable of making it happen. Okay, not things that are impossible that you would like to do. No, that's maybe for another vision board for 2 years from now or 10 years from now. But for now, this is something that we are going to do, that you are going to do, that I am going to do for 2023. So the next one is the direction you want your life to take. So are you happy with the direction that you, and these questions also come from my coaching book and from my coaching classes and courses, because you have to think before saying I want this. Where are you at the moment? Where are you? Because maybe you want this, and the only reason why you cannot get it is because you are not where you should be to be able to get it. So remember that it's important that you draw the what direction you want your life to take. Do you want your life to continue to stay where it is? And there, from that space, you will be able to do the things that you want to do, or you need your life to shift a little bit to the right or to the left, or to move a little bit faster or slower in order to accomplish something. Okay, so then images and text that represent what you are trying to accomplish. So on your vision board, you are going to put images or text, like I told you before. and and so you're going to be writing in beautiful letters, use your imagination, your imagination of types and colors, and how big or how small you want to put it. And what pictures, like I said before, you want on your vision board. If you're going to go to I don't know, France or Spain or maybe India, and you're going to visit a friend or go to a temple or go somewhere, go to the beach, just put a picture there of where you want to be. So you say, oh, that's where I want to go in that country. For example, just to give you an example, or that baby, oh, that's, I want to have a baby like that next year, or I want to have a business like that next year, or I want to go to a church like that next year, etc. So you can represent a single idea. Okay, so in these vision boards, that what's the beauty of it is that it's not like a journal. A journal gives you the option to write longer, sentences, and to write more. And so for this page, I'm going to write only about this. On a vision board, you put it all together with simple pictures. Or it's a single idea, So maybe you want to learn how to cook. Maybe you want to learn how to cook something. Maybe you want to learn how to make a cake. And then for your birthday next year, I'm gonna make my own cake. So the cake is gonna look like this. Boom. You just go ahead and paste it in there. Glue the cake in there, just to give you an example. Or I'm going to buy some skates because I'm in the area where I need to do work for my body and fitness. I'm gonna be skating. So just put those skates right there. Um, you can show what you want your future to be. Okay, so in this case, we're focusing on the future of January, February, March, April, May, blah, 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 the whole year of 2023. So that is the near future, your future. So what do you want? What do you want for January? By March, what do you want to have accomplished, or what do you want to start doing? Or in the summer, by June, July, what do you want to do? Who do you want to see? How much money do you want to have? How are you going to make that money? Okay, all these things, it's a reality. Okay, it helps you remember. The vision board helps you remember what you want to do, what you want to be, what you want to become, what you want to have, and what you want to accomplish. Okay, remember that. So like I said before, when you do things like that, make sure that this is what I want to do now. I'm ready. This is what I want to be because I can now. This is who I want to become because I've been working for this for all these years. This is what I want to have because with my hard work, I'm going to accomplish this, to be able to have this and have these accomplishments. Okay, so the vision board only will only remind you what the okay, that I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track. Okay, and it helps you to continue to keep moving to get those things you want. So once you accomplish all your photos, all your images, all your writing of this vision board at the end of the year, what comes next? Basically, what came next for me. No, I have my vision board last year. And then this year, I have a completely different vision board, but it's very related. Many things are related to what I had before. So, but what I needed to do, I needed to start, okay, to lift me. And then I'm lifted and I'm ready to go up. Okay. But I needed that beginning. Like for example, I needed to publish my book, this book, passion, that's right here, the passion of life, that I needed to publish it. I needed to start my sales going on Kindle. I needed to put it all together, so for my presentations and what the book entails, what it has, what it says inside. And what do I do now? Yeah, I have the book, but I had it in Spanish, and now I'm going to have it in English. By the end of this, I would say by the end of January, I'm going to have it in English and published already. And with a different style, ready for my public speaking engagement and the courses that I'm doing and the courses that I'm giving. So so it's step at a time, it's step at a time. But once you have a solid vision board that gets you started with something, then the second one comes for the next year or for the next 5 years or however way you want to do it. Okay, so let's see. So for the next one, we have how to how to begin to turn your wish into a reality. Okay, so here you have all the pictures that you want to have. I gave you an example here of different photos that mean something to you according to that list that I show you in the beginning, with family, education, well-being, finances, dream job, travel places, faith, freedom, fitness, health, healthy eating, friendship, and also if you have anything else that I haven't mentioned here, and it's your life. So feel free to add it, feel free to substitute or whatever. But so now you have those pictures that go with that list that you have, and think of what is more important to you in terms of goals, wishes, and values. Okay, so that's because when we're thinking we want to do something, we have a tendency, like with my with my students and with my coaching clients, and with myself. Okay, everybody has this thing of talking too much, and so when we talk too much, we lose perspective of our reality, our own reality, and the things that we want. So what do you want? Okay, and I don't like to be a black or white person, this or that, one or two. But in this case, we need to be more specific. Okay, I want for next year to open my business by January, by March, by September. Simple like that. So something simple like that. I'm not asking you how you want to open it. I Who's going to be your partner? Do you have the money? How much money? No, I'm asking you about your business. You have a business. You want a business. By when are you going to open it? So try to answer those questions on that you have related to this list here. Be specific, to the point, be to on point. Okay, so think of what is more important to you in terms of goals, wishes, and values, in terms of this, this, this. Be specific, because the board is not that big, when it comes to all the things that we had in our that we have in our heads. So make sure that you are selective in terms of when what you're picking, and what you're saying or putting or writing there on your board. So decide if your vision board should represent short term or long term. So I put this here, but I am doing I recommend especially if you're starting or if you just want to start like new, fresh, start with a year, anywhere maybe from 6 months to a year. That's it. And this particular course or class or a Zoom call or whatever that I am doing right now for you is for 2023, basically for 2023. Notice that I'm not asking you or mentioning, oh, what happened last year, what happened 2, 3, 4 years ago, or none of that. I'm just focusing on from here forward. That's what you want to put on the board. Okay, so decide if you want to do it for the next 6 months. So everything that you're going to put on that board is going to be for the next 6 months, or if it's going to be for the next year. So I recommend that you give yourself time, trust me, okay, that you do it for the whole year. Okay, be open to improve and make changes along the way. And this is so important. This doesn't mean that you have to have a vision board and then you have to stick to it and do everything, because then what happens when you cannot do it by whatever reason? You get frustrated, you get sad, you get you start like thinking, oh my god, I'm not good enough, or I thought I was going to be able, I thought. No, just go ahead and you put everything you hope to have and allow yourself room for, okay, I did this and this, but this I think I'm going to move it for November instead of for September, or instead of for October, because I'm not going to have enough time to complete all these other things that I want to do, and then finish it and start this one for this month that I put it now. So move, feel free to move it, to move your vision, as long as it's still there and you don't take it away, because once you put it there, it's because it's important. So but feel free. And my God, please, people have a tendency to blame themselves all the time. And when I say people, I say me. Oh, I didn't do this and I was supposed to do it. Oh, I didn't. No, 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 no. Please, that's not the idea. The idea is to be surrounded by positive things, and do not give room for anything negative. Okay, so be open to improve and make changes along the way as time goes by, and you get more clarity on what you want, because that could also be something else. Maybe you're supposed to do something in I don't know, May, and then you're not clear yet on how you're going to open that business, or you're not clear yet on or you don't have enough material to put out that presentation that you wanted to put out for your clients, or you don't have enough, or you're not sure about the school that you thought was going to be perfect for your child, so you need a little bit more time to investigate more, or you're not sure, or you still haven't I'm not sure if you're going to interview that person or that source for the story that you want to write. So you need to look for other people, or maybe write another story in case of writing, or maybe you thought you were going to launch your book in I don't know, in February, and oh, it's too early, it's like right here. No, I think I'm going to launch the book, I'm going to put it on Kindle, and then or I'm going to talk to this, the traditional way, and we're going to publish it at the end of the year. So it's still in your board, but you're switching things around a bit because you're still working with other things as well. It's not that you are eliminating this completely. Okay, you're just like reworking your steps. Basically, that's it, and that is okay. Don't blame yourself. Choose images and words that match your life and your goals. Okay, so if you want to go to Dominican Republic, for example, or don't put a picture of Puerto Rico. Or if you want to go to, I don't know, you want to go to England, don't put a picture of France. Just try to focus on this is what I am shooting for. This is what I'm working for. Or if you're going to have your I don't know, a seminar, a workshop in Los Angeles or in New York, don't put a picture of Miami, like that. So be more specific. The more specific you are of what you want to do on that board, that will transfer that energy of specificity to yourself. Okay, so that's another thing that I wanted you to keep in mind. Okay, so why a vision board? Okay, so now that we understand the vision board, and how specific we need to be with it, once we are specific with what we want, and once we know what we want, because that is the point. Know what you want and put it there on the board so you can follow it up and do it and accomplish it and make it happen. So why a vision board? Okay, a vision board because it helps to identify and clarify goals, dreams, and intentions. It's not just all in your head. Okay, many times I've had things in my head for years. Oh yeah, many, many things in my head. But isn't it that until I put it on paper or in one of my many journals that I have, or that I put it like this is another journal that I have, or on my vision board, that I realize how important that is for me. It's not just ideas that go through my head. It's just something more specific. That's one of the many ideas. I put it on the board because I want this to happen. Okay. So my dream is this, and my intention is this, and my goal is this to make it happen. Okay. It helps also to focus on values, gratitude, and lifestyle choices. Okay. It also gives you a perspective of some sort of security. And it makes you think, oh, wow, this is what I set for myself for this year. I have already done the past. Now, this year, I am going to do this. These are the tools that I'm going to be using that are going to be effective for me to be able to get to where I want to get. Okay. It helps to focus on your values and the gratitude. Also, I am thankful that I can even think about it and make it happen. And how am I going to make it happen? With the things that I'm going to have along the way. Okay, without thinking too much along the way. Okay, I want this for my lifestyle. I want a lifestyle where I live in front of the ocean. I want a lifestyle where I live by the in the mountains. So I want a lifestyle where I live in a city with a whole bunch of people and businesses around me. And I want a lifestyle where I can wake up every morning at 6 and go to the gym. Or I want a lifestyle where I can wake up every morning at 5 and meditate and then go running. Or I want a lifestyle where I can have my children go to school and leave at a certain time and then take them to ballet like I used to do with my girls. Or I want a lifestyle where I have my business, and yes, I work hard, but then I can pick whatever week of the year or 2 weeks or 3 weeks of the year I want to go to do something else, to help someone else, or simply just to relax. Okay, that's important. It helps. I'm losing my voice already. It helps to use it as an effective tool for alignment and change. So the board shows me, okay, good. I have this tool here that allows me to make the changes in my life, to improve my life, to make it better, because we always look for improvement. We always look to make things better. We always look to go to the next step. Okay, slowly or fast or however way, but it's always forward. We always have to have that in our minds, that we learned that, now we move forward. Okay, or maybe we need to relearn it again in a different way, but always moving forward. Okay, so it acts as a visual affirmation, keeping dreams active and believable. So I have my book of affirmations as well, which is one of the books that I'm going to take out to publish next year. Next year, like in a couple of days. So book of affirmations, but also having, yeah, and it's good to read all those affirmations. And I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have my affirmations. I'm gonna give you one page so you can write down your own affirmations related to the affirmation that you are studying at the moment. But having the vision board is something that you just pick up and look at it at the moment, and maybe you don't have time, or you don't want at that time to get a book and read it, and the vision board tells you, okay, this is going to be me in the next 12 months. Okay, so that's what that means. It's so beautiful to have it there and say, this is me, this is what I want. Or maybe even, I already did that on the vision board. Got it, done that, been there, done that. So happy, put it there, and I did it. Now let's go to the next. The next step, okay? So it can be used as a map toward dreams and goals to help focus to achieve our goals. So it could also be a map, because again, like I said, sometimes we have so many things in our heads, so many things, so many ideas. And I'm speaking from experience, and I'm speaking from listening to my students, and I'm speaking from listening to my clients, and I'm speaking from listening to myself. So many ideas that they are wonderful at the moment when they pass by our head, but then we forget. But if we are consistent and those ideas keep passing by, and we catch them and we say, okay, this is important, let's put it on the board. We're going to do this. I'm going to do this. there's a different story, right? So it can be used as a map for you that will guide you which way to go, when to go, and how to go around it, and how to go around it, about it, and bam, hit it and accomplish it. Okay, so that's the reason why it's so important to have a vision board. So now the materials that you're going to need for your vision board, this is simple. I'm going to make this a little faster. So the materials is a poster board like the one that I showed you. Again, this one is so big. This is, I have this, I don't know, this background, this covering, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So here's the board. Perfect. Okay, so a poster board. Okay, you want a poster board, and I I like it white. You can pick any color you want, but I like it white because then I'm gonna put pictures on it. Oh, I like the one I did. I put pictures on it that are going to be colored pictures. So on white, it looks good. Okay, you got any magazines? So what kinds of magazines you see that you go through the pages, and sometimes you stop and you go like, oh, this is nice. Oh, I like to see this or have that or be like that or become that or try that. Okay, and then words from artworks, like words from artworks, like old magazines or printed from the internet. You can also make your own words and put it on word perfect, and the different kinds of letters, and or you can just go ahead, and I like to cut words. I usually find, it's easy to find specific words that you want to put on your vision board. Remember, it cannot be too much either, so like uh, uh, uh you have to be clever when it comes to that. It's like keywords, then scissors, of course, glue, of course, glue to paste your pictures, construction color paper. I use construction color paper because it helps me separate some pictures. Sometimes I just want to use the color papers to cut a line and to separate it. I mean, use your imagination. It's really up to you. Color and regular pens. So you want to do markers or color markers or regular pens. Art supplies like Sharpies, like glitter. If you want to put glitter, some people when they do with their children, because you can do this with your child too, by the way. If you have a child, your niece or your nephew, you have or you have a neighbor that you want to say, come on, let's do a vision board, or let me help you do a vision board. I did mine. So you can go ahead and use your glitter and sequins and ribbons and just make it pretty, because it's a vision board. It's your life, right? So you want your life to be as pretty as it can be. And so then this is an example. You can put photos, and then the central thing, because maybe, and let me explain this, because you might have this question. Well, what about if we have something specific that we want happening next year? Okay, then that you're going to put it in the middle, because it's going to be your center of attention, your focus, main focus. But do not disregard the other things that you also want to accomplish, or the other things that you know that you can do also for the next year. Okay, so that's the reason why I put the central theme there, in case you want to have a central theme. So maybe by July or August, I'm going to have this done. Okay, for example, maybe by May, I'm going to have my second or third book published. So just put your book right there, a picture of your cover or something like that. Okay, that's why that's there. Okay, so then ready? Okay, so now sit down with your journal and reflect on the past year. Now it's time to think a little bit of the last year. If you had a journal, okay, well, I have another presentation and I have another class about journaling. But if you have your journal, so sit down. If you don't have your journal, you have it in your mind, I'm sure, or maybe you have it on your phone, on your notes, or maybe you have it on your computer. So you just like put everything every time you wanted something you want, or maybe you have it on your Pinterest. like one of my daughters, and she's like, oh, okay, I'm doing the vision board on Pinterest, because you can also do it there if you want. And I'm just putting images on Pinterest that I want. So when I'm ready to do the vision board, I already have the images there. So there you go. It's, there's many ideas. So it will remind you where you are now, what is working in your life, and what is not. That's something else. Yeah, because you might say the same thing you said the year before. I want this for this year. And it's already the end of the year and it hasn't happened. But hasn't it happened because you didn't make it happen? Or it didn't happen because the situation wasn't on your favor? Or maybe it wasn't the right time. So those things you have to think and analyze. So then you can think, okay, I want this to happen because it didn't happen this year. Can I do it then maybe for next year? So go around it and think, okay, I think that next year I'll be ready to accomplish this by September. I think this year I can do it. Put it on your vision board as well. If you're still not sure, hold it back and bring something forward that will tell you, yeah, you can do this year. It's possible, okay? So you'll review what has happened, what goals did you achieve, and what lessons did you learn, okay? So maybe you learned some lessons and you want to learn some more. Put it on your vision board. Maybe you didn't learn the lessons that you wanted to learn because you didn't have time, because you were sick, because your family was sick, because you had other plans, because you bought a house, you sold a house, because you didn't have a job, because you were looking for a new job, because you finished school, you were finishing your education, or you had a new baby, for whatever reason, it didn't happen. Okay, can it happen now? Okay. What lessons did you learn from that? Okay. Is it worth to think about it now for next year, or it's a gunner? Okay. Think of what you're grateful for. Yeah, usually we're grateful for our family. We usually we're grateful for the things that didn't happen and then they turned around and they came out and they resulted in a better way, because a lot of times things happen like that. At the moment what you want does not happen, and then you cry, it hurts you, but then days later or months later or even years later, they come back in a different way with a different outfit and stronger, and it gives you something a lot better, right? Yeah, it always happens if you think like that. So think of what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for this. So you might want to put a section there of saying, thank you, I am grateful for this, I want more. And it's okay to want more. Don't feel guilty because you want more money. Don't feel guilty because you want more money to pay your student loans, because you want more money to finish paying your house, because you want more money to help your parents, because you want more money for your retirement, because you want more money for the new baby that's coming. Don't be afraid for ask for more. It is okay. That's why we're here, to learn and to ask. To learn and to ask reasonably so that we can accomplish, we can have, so that we can accomplish what will make us be better people moving forward. Do you understand? Set goals and prioritize on your journal what you want this year to achieve. So, what do you want to achieve this year? You know that you want all of these things. You want all of these things, but are you going to be able to achieve it? Like I said before, or maybe something that is worth to just leave it behind a little bit and bring something else forward, you know? So that's another thing that I want you to keep in mind. And try to keep your journal. I always recommend, yes, to have a journal with, to have the vision board with a journal. With a journal, you don't have to write a journal. All the pages of the journal. It can just be maybe one day, one sentence, and then you don't write something else until next week. It's okay, but that's got to be important. That sentence has to be important, something that you really want in your heart. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Oh, we're going to, okay, so we have, yeah, ready for more, ready for more. Okay, find images. Now find those images that you related to when you looked at those magazines. Things that, it clicked, and you said, oh my God, this book looks like one that I want to publish. Or, oh my God, this house looks like one I want that I want that I want to buy. Or, oh, I want to live in an apartment like this. I want to be able to rent an apartment like this. Or I want to, that's cool. Oh, that looks like a nice school where they have the program that I want to explore, etc. Okay. Oh, look at those kids. Those are like the kids I want to have. Or look at those kids graduating from high school. How wonderful. So always think of whatever relates to you, because is something that you probably want, okay, or need. Okay, so clip everything you like, colors and words and interesting images that you feel that relate to you and to your goals. So not only when you see it, but also cut it and clip it and separate it all together. Because when you have your board and you're all ready, you're going to start separating by sections. Okay, this has to do with this has to do with that, and then you're just going to get them and put them on the board, glue them on the board. So get also images that capture feelings, feelings that capture the essence of each goal of yours. Okay, feelings that will make you cry, that will make you happy, that will make you excited, that will make you maybe a little bit, with fear, but knowing that once you go through that, it's going to feel like, wow, it's going to be amazing. Divide the poster like you do in the wheel of life, okay, or section, bagua, like feng shui map of the areas. For example, divided in here in north, south, east, and west. Okay, or draw lines from the center into triangular shapes. So you can do in the middle, and you can do to the corner, to the next corner, to the center of the right hand side, to the center of the right hand side, and then the bottom to the corners of the bottom corners, and then one in the middle. Okay, and then if you need more, okay, you think more, you break it as you feel that you need, and how many goals you want to achieve for 2023. So it could be one line here, it could be one line here. It could be the line from one corner to corner, from corner to corner. Right there, it's going to give you about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then those triangles on the sides that you have, two on top and two on the bottom, you can break it in half as well. Okay. Always, and if you have your center idea of what you want for next year, allow a circle in the middle, because that's where you're going to put the picture of what you want the most for next year to happen. Okay. So write your goals and intentions on each section. So on each section of the board, you say this section is going to be, and then go back to the list. It's going to be for my health and fitness. This is going to be for my education. And then remember the wheel of fortune. Those of you who have done the wheel with me, just remember, oh, things happening in life, things in life, this is what my focus is going to be on education, and this is what my focus is going to be in health. This is what my focus is going to be in family, in love, in exercising, etc. In traveling, in work, in business, finances. So divide the sections, and so that your board already starts taking shape, basically, and knowing what you want to put in each area of the board. Okay, so then keep going, just keep going. Okay, so now arrange the images and words and decide what image belongs on each goal section. Like I told you, like this section, you can even put it with pencil and write down with pencil, health and fitness and finances, work, career, business, entrepreneurship, etc. Okay, when finished, stand back. Okay, stand back. How does it look? rearrange if you need to. If you feel that you need to maybe put your I don't know, your fitness right here, and maybe you need to put your business ideas or what's going to happen in your business up here, or your family, maybe you're going to put it like right here on the right hand side on this corner. Okay. um So if you're satisfied, then start gluing everything. Okay, add your own words, doodles, signs, sketches around the images with Sharpie, and markets or colors. You know, that's why you have so many colors, and your favorite colors, or maybe a favorite color for each section as well. Uh, glue fun items like sequins, glitter, laces, ribbons. I don't know. Like for my vision, this is one of my this is one of my the cards. That's another idea that I have for next year. That where I'm going to have my cards so that people have them. So I'm going to find a picture of a bag, and I'm going to put a bag with cards. You know, inspirational cards, and these are cards that I'm also going to give to in my speaking engagements for everybody, for all participants, so that they take this home as a gift. So just put it in there. Just put a picture of a little bag with your cards, or your actual cards, you know, your actual cards. You have your cards, and just put a couple of cards. I'm going to have cards for this, or a book, or I don't know, if you're an architect. Like I have a couple of my daughter's friends. They're architects, and so they have ideas of buildings and stuff like that. So just go ahead and draw it, or something similar to what you want to make. Just put the picture in there. So when finished, stand back and look again how it looks. Okay. um and every time you make a move or you take a step, stand back and see how it looks. Glue all the items and all the laces and all the ribbons that you have, that you want to have, or maybe you just want to leave it simple. Say once done, hang it where you will see it often, to use it as a roadmap into your life. Okay. So I cannot show you anymore because your vision board is going to be yours. Okay. And I could only show you the examples that I showed you. You can also go to Pinterest and see a lot of vision board examples that I have, or just Google in images, and you can also have vision board examples. But that's the idea. And once done, uh, then you have your vision plans in action. Okay. So your vision plans actions success is create an action plan for your goals and take action. So you have your vision board, but it's not over yet. You have your beautiful vision board, but you are already like, oh my gosh, I have my vision board, it's already done. So now I have to create my action plan for my goals and take the action. And when I'm going to take the action, have an idea, like I said, for March, for April, for when. Maybe you need to tweak it a little bit later, but for now, you have at least you have your plan going, and put it in a journal. Review your board as you create it, whether it's your to-do list, or the day, or the week, or the month, okay, or the year. So review your board when you're going to do that, you're going to try to accomplish that goal, and then take it from there. But at least you have it on your board, and you have it on in writing. Journal about the goals depicted on your board. So it's always also good not to do your vision board and leave it there. That's it, my vision board. I'm going to leave it there. It's beautiful. I'm going to see it every day. I have pictures here in the room where I see every day, but I don't do anything with it. So make sure that you have your journal so you can write and say, okay, I'm going to write about that picture that I have on my vision board and the words that I put there. And this is what they mean. And then expand on it. Write a little bit more, like how are you going to plan to do it, or try to do it, or investigate by when, etc. And then practice visioning exercises, closing your eyes and imagining the achievements of your goals Oh my God. The first time I heard this, I felt okay. Like my personality, it was very like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, until I learned to breathe. I say 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step back again, and practice envisioning the envisioning exercise, closing your eyes and imagining the achievements of those goals that you put there on the vision board and that you also write on your journal. How does it look like? How does it look like? Who's around you? What are you doing? What are you wearing? How are you celebrating? Are you celebrating with tea or coffee or what? Okay. Imagine that. See it happening already. You have your next book to write. Oh my God. Close your eyes and see yourself writing. Then see yourself receiving in the mail a box with 100 books, and see yourself talking to people about your book in a library or in a place, in an event. Visualize it, see it, call it, live it already, like it's already happening. Okay? It works. Trust me. Okay? And get support or coaching in the areas you want benefit the most. So maybe, for example, opening a business, you might need some coaching or some support. So go get it. Go get it, because some things we cannot do alone. Some things we cannot do alone. Or you want your child to go to a specific school. Go talk to parents that they have children that go to the school, or that know someone that have children, someone that has children going to that school, and talk to that person, meet with that person, have a cup of tea or coffee with that person. Okay. You want to change your wardrobe and you want to start wearing other things, maybe you've been wearing, I don't know, pants and jeans and sweatpants in the past year or two, and now you want to change again, and but you don't even know how to start, you know and so go to different stores and ask people, what are some key pieces that I can wear for the when I am out at events, with people or my business. Or maybe you just want to start, like selling real estate if you're a realtor in a different way. So just start focusing on, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. This is what I'm going to do. So I need to go. I already have my vision board with a picture of me selling a house. But I need to start selling more houses and talking to different people, to a different audience. How do I do that? So let me talk to this person who might be able to give me some ideas. Okay. So get support or coaching or help or therapy or whatever from other people, because some things, yes, we can do alone, and some things we can do alone after we get help. Okay. Just don't forget that. Okay. All right. So tips to create your vision board. So some tips to create your vision board. Let your inner child take over. Imagine you're there, you're alone. Forget about whether you are 20 or 30 or 50 or 75. Just to create your vision board as if you were a child, open your mind and look within. And don't think, don't think to welcome through with a negative thought. So don't have any negative thoughts or any ideas that would hurt you, hurt your feelings. To say, oh, I'm too old for a vision board. Why am I going to do a vision board? Oh my God, this vision board thing. What, you're not doing my vision board, you're doing your own vision board. How does it look like? Don't you want to see how it looks like? Because I wanted to see how mine looked like. Okay. Use a variety of magazines. Positive, beautiful images will emerge. no negative news, no negative news, nothing negative, nothing negative. Just jump the negative thing, and always beautiful colors and beautiful images, and that's what you're going to collect. Okay, look for joy. Don't think why, just cut it out. Okay, any words in images and colors, textures that make you happy. Anything that you see in the magazine that make you happy, whether it is a picture or if it's a couple of words, cut them out and ask why later. Okay, first thing first. So decide later, but first accumulate them in a basket as you find them. So what I did, I started cutting things more or less that I saw were related to something, to what I wanted, and I put them in a basket. And I'm like, oh my god, what a mess! Like I have all these things. Okay. So work alone, okay, work alone or with a friend that really enjoys that too, or a family member, or a neighbor, but work happy, excited, and in peace with yourself. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so power of your vision board. Okay, okay. So this is not just like, oh no, she's showing us how to do the vision board and that's it. This has to do also with coaching. This has to do also with going within, because it's the end of the year and we are welcoming a new year, and there's a lot of things that we need to think about. In a happy place, always happy, but there's a lot of things we need to think about. Okay, and one of the things that I want you to think about is you let your inner child, your inner visionary, and your subconscious take the wheel. So Jesus take the wheel, like the song Jesus take the wheel. I love that song because sometimes in the past, there's been moments in which I have to sit back and say, I can't do this anymore. So Jesus, take the wheel, you know, take the wheel and guide me, or do it for me. Okay, you open your mind and use a different part of your brain. When you are focusing on something that need to do immediate, and this has to do with neuroscience. So when you have to work on, let me put my glasses on because I have to read this now. Okay, you don't open your mind to other possibilities, to other things, because your mind is focused only on that. So open your mind and use a different part of your brain to help you develop this creativity, this thing that you are working on, like it is the vision board, with your journal, with your vision of this next year. Then you tap into something that you might not tap into on your regular life. So your regular life is pick up my glasses, put them on, read what I have to read. The phone is ringing. Let me pick up the phone. Hello, hello. I'm hungry. Let's just have a cup of something, or and that's it. I need to do this job. I need to finish. Okay, just for, that's superficial things that you have to do at the moment, but just let it go and tap into something that is deeper than that, something that you kept inside because you don't use it every day. Okay, so you discover what your deepest wishes are when you do that. Okay, you will see when you are not looking at the phone, okay, or checking your messages or something, or when you are not focusing on your cup of tea or coffee, or when you are not see brooming or cleaning your room or something, or going to work. You're you're going deeper. Okay, and you realize, oh, I want this, I wish this, I actually want to work for this, I am looking for next year because I want to accomplish this. You discover what your deepest wishes are, and it allows you to create your hidden and deepest wishes, those you never discussed or fear to bring to light. When you go inside, it allows you to do that. No cleaning, no listening to anything or anybody right now. I'm just going to focus on that. Let me just answer the phone quickly. Hello. Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that was a phone call that I had. I wasn't expecting it. So it allows you to create your hidden and deepest wishes. And you can share your own vision and help others do the same, which is very important. Okay. So let me go ahead and stop at this moment, and let me go back to let me see if I know how to not share, stop sharing. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing for one moment. And I hope that this vision board helped you a little bit. I really hope so. I'm going to also do it in Spanish because some people asked me to do it in Spanish as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And nothing, I hope that maybe you want to post. I'm going to post this on my social media, or if you just want to go ahead and contact me through WhatsApp and show me your vision board, and you have any questions, let me know. But have fun, good luck, and happy new year with your vision board. Bye bye.